Hey gang, we just got back from a trip north of the border, and you know what that means, eh?
That means we're going to be learning about the history of hockey cards, eh? And of course, at the end, we'll be ripping a few bags, eh?
Oh, let's go, eh?
Hello and welcome back to Pat to the Future. Today I'm here with Oliver, and we are talking the history of hockey cards. It's the last of the quote, big four sports. So we did baseball, basketball, football, and now hockey. So we want to talk just a little bit about the history of it. A lot of it lines up with what we talked about already with baseball, football, basketball.
Wait.
Very similar.
Soccer's not one of the big four thingies?
American sports, but it is the biggest worldwide, and that's what we'll talk about next week, or the next episode. So hockey, ice hockey, actually originated out of field hockey. They played field hockey for hundreds, even thousands of years in Europe. I think it started in Egypt, and then in Europe, and then in Canada, but in Canada it's cold, so they started playing field hockey with sticks and a ball, but they have frozen lakes everywhere, so they started playing on frozen lakes or on ice. The first organized game of ice hockey was in Montreal in 1875. Just like football and baseball and basketball, the first hockey cards were produced by a tobacco company. I know, it's the same thing we've talked about over and over again. And then it moved to candy companies, gum companies, but the first recognized set of hockey cards was a tobacco company. Teams featured in this very first set of hockey cards, I gotta read some of these to you. The Renfrew Creamery Kings. So the Pittsburgh Penguins didn't exist back then, but the Renfrew Creamery Kings. There were the Cobalt Silver Kings, the Haileybury Comets, and not one, not two, but three teams in Montreal. One city had three teams. They had the Wanderers, the Shamrocks, and the Canadiens, which is a team that still exists today. But of all of those original
Wait, they're
teams,
called the Canadians?
the Montreal Canadiens still exist today. Yep.
But are they even in Canada?
They are in Canada, but it's funny because the team of one city, but they have the name of the whole country.
Wait, is this ice hockey or field hockey?
Ice hockey. We're done talking field hockey. All ice hockey from here on out.
Okay.
I can promise we will not have a field hockey episode. That first set of hockey cards included cards from two of the most famous hockey players, George Vezina and Art Ross. They're famous because, they were good, very good. They're in the Hall of Fame. But they named trophies after them. So still to this day, the top goalie in the whole league wins the Vezina trophy, and the top scorer in the whole league wins the Art Ross trophy. So they were named after some of the early players. I kind of wish other sports would do that. You know, like the best baseball player is just the MVP. It should be like the Babe Ruth Award, right? I think that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, that would be cool.
In the 1950s, the two big early hockey producers were O-Pee-Chee and Parkhurst. They still exist today. In the 1950s, the sport really started gaining popularity, largely because they finally started having some stars. Gordie Howe, Terry Sawchuk, Maurice Rocket Richard. That's a pretty cool nickname, Rocket Richard.
Rocket Richard.
And then in 1958, they made a huge step to popularize hockey in America. So Topps was the huge baseball card producer, and O-Pee-Chee signed a deal with Topps so that they could sell the same cards but with the O-Pee-Chee logo on it. So all of a sudden, these American companies were distributing hockey cards in America. So for example, these two Mario Lemieux cards, they are the same card.
She's a king.
They look like the same card, but if you notice, this one says Topps, this one says O-Pee-Chee. See, Oliver? So it's the same card. Same picture, same card, but this one is produced by Topps and this one by O-Pee-Chee.
That is amazing. Even the back,
Yep, the backs are the same. Actually, the O-Pee-Chee one down here has it in French. Here it's just written in English. Awesome All-Star Game may have finally established him as hockey's best. Over here it says awesome All-Star Game performance. in Pittsburgh may have finally established him as hockey's best, and then it says the same thing in French.
Yeah, it says everything here. It's the same thing, but in French.
So O-Pee-Chee really dominated the hockey card market in the 1970s, and along came a whole new wave of stars, primarily Wayne Gretzky. You've heard of Wayne Gretzky.
I think I have.
You think you have? I have maybe my most expensive card. I just listed it for sales. My Wayne Gretzky rookie card. I listed it for $2,500. Most people consider him the greatest of all time. I don't. I consider it to be Mario, but most people consider it to be Gretzky. Also, along came guys like Bobby Hull, Bobby Orr. Then hockey cards, just like baseball and football and basketball, moved to the 90s. And we know what happened in the 90s.
Did hockey get overproduced as well?
They did.
All the other ones?
Just like all the other ones. So then it became essentially worthless, or, worth a lot less. But the sport continued to grow, a lot of expansion teams, and now into the modern era, same thing. Lots of autographs, lots of relics or game-used jerseys and stuff in the cards. So they've kind of come back in popularity. You can find some pretty cool stuff. You can find pieces of pucks in cards, pieces of
You can find this.
You can find this on our eBay shop.
Yes.
Okay, so that's kind of a history of hockey cards. But I do want to check in on our eBay and our selling and our social media stuff. So our eBay shop is doing great. Our buy sports cards shop, not so great. I have a couple hundred cards listed, haven't sold anything yet. Like I said, I have some lower tier cards on that one. Not a whole lot of interest there. I think I'm going to focus on eBay because it's doing a lot better. I have some bad news.
What?
I have our Instagram, our YouTube, and our TikTok. Our TikTok account was just hacked. Somebody changed the password. I can't get into our TikTok account. I've been 4 days trying to get the TikTok people to help me get control of our account back. So right now we just have Instagram and YouTube. But please, if you're enjoying the Pack in the Wild stuff, if you're enjoying the Path to the Future, please like the videos, subscribe. We would really appreciate it. It would really help us to kind of grow a little bit. I especially liked last week I posted the Pack in the Wild video on the Maid of the Mist. It was my favorite one so far. It's pretty cool. I just kept saying, I don't think anybody in history has ever opened a pack of cards while on the Maid of the Mist. So, and I took what I thought was going to be a kind of a cheap pack, like not worth anything, and we got 6 Hall of Famers in one pack.
That's why you brought it on the Maid of the Mist set,
Right.
because you thought it would be able to get wet.
Right. It's like, who cares? So then it tell them after the video, as soon as I finished, I had planned on basically just shoving them in my pocket. But here I am, I'm like putting them back in the pack real carefully, trying to dry them, put them in my pocket. So yeah, it was fun times. But please like and subscribe. We appreciate it. What do you think? Should we rip some packs?
Sure.
High five. All right, today we have a 2024-25 O-Pee-Chee Platinum. So we've opened some O-Pee-Chee base cards for some of our Pack in the Wild episodes, but we're sort of leveling up to these nicer looking cards.
That's a cool name. O-Pee-Chee.
These boxes are going to have 3 of those yellow insert cards. So starting out with Evan Bouchard. Ooh, on to Alex Ovechkin. I mean, one of the greatest players of all time. It's a cool looking card. I just can't stand the guy. Not one of my, not a fan favorite. We are Penguins fans, so we're gonna put this Sidney Crosby right here. He's the best player in the last 20 years. Not Alexander Ovechkin, who is old. He can't even stand up on the stand.
His legs are too tired.
Yes.
Oh, I can't stand up on the stand. I need to sit down somewhere.
All right, next pack, Leo Carlson. We're gonna have one of these marquee rookies in basically every pack, and I see our first yellow Nick Foligno. I believe he's the captain for the Chicago Blackhawks. These are called Neon Yellow Surge inserts. A pretty cool looking card.
If Ellis was here, he would go, Neon Yellow Surge inserts? What are those?
Your best Ellis impression? Ooh, what is this? Marquee rookie Josh Doan. I love that. It's called a sunset variation.
That's very cool, since it looks like he's on like some sort of lake or something.
Yeah.
And then he's also like rainbow. That's so cool.
We're going to put that here. If we have to block somebody, I think we block Alexander Ovechkin.
Bring in more stayers.
That's a very cool looking card. I love these marquee rookie cards. They're pretty cool looking. Got a Brad Marchand. Oscar back, marquee rookie. That's pretty good. Hey, look, Rutger McGroarty. He is a good young player. I think he was like the 13th overall draft pick a few years ago. He's going to play on Sidney Crosby's line. Let's put him over here on the side of Sidney Crosby where he will play in the NHL.
Hey, look! I'm Alice, and it's another yellow neon slashy one.
Does Ellis talk like that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, we got something special in this pack.
Oh, that's not a yellow flashy
All
one.
right, let's save this pack for last. I didn't realize Ellis bothered you so much with his pointing out colors of cards. Claude Giroux,
Looks like there's another
marquee rookie, Lucas Cormier. And our last,
yellow shirt.
Tyson Forster. He's a good young player for the Flyers. I think this past year was his first full year in the NHL, and he did pretty well. So I think that's a nice card to have.
One.
David Perron.
Let's see what this rainbow-looking thing.
Oh, it was Panarin, Power Playmakers. That's a cool looking card. All right, come on, be a good player. It is Nikita Kucherov. That is a very cool.
That looks very cool.
Violet Pixels, numbered to 299, Oliver. That is a very cool looking
Yeah,
card.
it definitely looks like, I wouldn't say violet pixels, but rainbow pixels.
Violent Pixels. All right, a little review. We had our Josh Doan Sunset variation. We don't need to look at this guy's ugly mug again. We're going to slide him out of here. We have our Nikita Kucherov with our Violet Pixels to 299. And we've got our Penguins top line. Oop, dropped him. My fault. We've got our Penguins Rutger McGroarty, Sidney Crosby. That was a really fun rip, actually.
Yeah, that was fun.